We watch in awe. We gasp, we cry, we cheer, we laugh, we go wow. We close our eyes. We force them open again and glimpse the trapeze artist reaching out one powdery hand for the rolling bar. There's a moment we think she won't jump, that she'll stay on the small platform 2 stories above us, that the trapeze will swing back empty high across the ring, back and forward with no one riding it. But the girl in the sequins and tights reaches forward, grips the bar with both hands, and soars. Circus was born in Britain 250 years ago. On an abandoned patch of marshland near London's Waterloo, showman, entrepreneur and equestrian rider Philip Astley laid out a 42-foot ring with a piece of rope and filled it with astounding physical acts: jugglers, acrobats, clowns, strong men, bareback riders. It was 1768, a time of revolutions. But the real revolution Astley created was a whole new art form. This spectacle was the world's very first circus. The anniversary of this British-born popular art form will be marked in the new year by a countrywide celebration. Not only contemporary and traditional circuses but museums, theaters, orchestras, archives, opera, filmmakers and designers are joining in. In Norwich, the Lord Mayor's show will be transformed into a circus parade. In Newcastle-under-Lyme, Philip Astley's birthplace, contemporary circus company No Fixed Date are pitching their big top. The New Vic Theatre has commissioned a new play, Astley's Astounding Adventures, and the local shopping centre has been renamed Philip Astley Walk. In Bristol, the Royal West of England Academy is holding an exhibition, Sawdust and Sequins, The Art of Circus, accompanied by performances in the galleries. There's barely an art form that hasn't been sprinkled with the glitter of the ring, from Sir Peter Blake's circus collages to Vivienne Westwood's fashion designs. The Beatles song being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, on the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band, was inspired by a poster John Lennon owned, a 19th-century black British circus proprietor. Fink. Credit: television still circus is an enduring dream. It was mine. As a small girl, I watched the circus parade past the end of my street. Within hours, the park where I played was transformed into a world of wondrous, exotic people and beasts. I saw men walking on stilts and wobbling on a high wire, clowns squelching, white horses teetering on their hind legs, and an elephant strolling around a sawdust ring. I longed to run my hand over the deep ridges of its trunk, to feel the rhythm of its stride, to be transformed into the shimmering lady who smiled down from its back. Then, the next day, the magical world was gone. There was nothing but swings and slides in the park. I never lost this common dream. But unlike others, I had to live it. When I grew up, I ran away to the circus and became the woman in the sequin bikini with the feathered headdress and powdery hands. Every day, we'd arrive on an unpromising site, build up the big top and transform a puddled wasteland into a place of sparkle and sensuality. The ring didn't only transform me, it transformed the world around. People came to see the tent as much as the trapeze artists. Even the smell inside this closed world was different, musky and rank. We weren't acting in front of an audience. We were sharing the same physical sensations as them. They carried the smell of our sweat. You literally breathe in circus. It has a sensuality shared by no other art form. Credit: Julian Simmons. Circus in Britain today is still recognizably the stuff of children's storybooks. There are tumblers, acrobats, contortionists, trapezes and clowns. There are camp boys in tights, girls in sequined outfits, and fishnets are still stretched over powerful thighs. The thrill is still physical, and the possibility of a fall ever present. But circus has evolved into new forms of expression, in the same radical spirit that Astley founded the very first performance. It's been reworked and reinvented by fabulous contemporary companies, such as the female-led, London-based Upswing and Member. Many contemporary companies are setting off on the road again, moving out from the theaters and parks where contemporary circus was nurtured back into big tops for their celebratory Circus 250 shows. For many, circus isn't only an art form, it's a lifestyle. Even contemporary circuses, such as Cardiff-based No Fixed Date, tour with a tent and live in trailers. The 40-strong company are as familiar with the lack of running water and dodgy power as the Cord Lisa and Polax. Circus is also family, whether contemporary or traditional. It's common to find couples and siblings working together in both. In 1768, with Esley, recently returned from the wars, the cavalryman discovered that with a circus ring exactly 42 foot in diameter, the centrifugal forces allowed a rider best to stand upon the horse's back. He performed an equestrian show with his wife Patty, who rode around smothered in a swarm of bees. Now, every circus anywhere in the world is 42 foot across, including the new Ring for No Fit States Lexicon, their 250th anniversary show. Traditional circuses are also evolving. Zippo's Cirque Berserk is now played in theaters as much as Intense. 250 years after the first circus, the links between new and traditional are being retied. My personal 250th celebration will be to return to touring in my circus caravan, a 1970s 11-foot Elvis with no washing facilities but a built-in bar. The fishnets may no longer fit, but Circus is my family. In 2018, we will appear once again at the end of your street. As we say in the circus, see you on the road. Dave Urquhart is ringmaster at Circus 250, circus250.org. A BBC World Service documentary, Who Killed the Circus? Is available on iPlayer, bbc.co.uk/program/W3CSWD30.